Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Mamiya, and today is a pretty special day, at least for me. One of my favourite action roguelikes is out in 1.0. It is this game, Sworn. So if you're into Hades, then I reckon you'll love this game. It is co-op as well, so if you got a friend, and they have a hankering for some Hades-style gameplay, then this is the game for you. But with that being said, should we get stuck into it? So, with it being 1.0, I'm expecting there to be a lot of people that have never played this game before, so we're just gonna stick with the base character because obviously my save progress has transferred over from early access to 1.0, so I've got all of the unlocks, but I will be showing off some juicy stuff, but for today we're going to stick with the Vigilante. That's the base character that everyone's going to start with. We're going to stick with the sword, the base weapon that the Vigilante starts off with, and we're going to be using, I believe it's the Assassin Dagger as his starting spell. Yeah, because that's as with everything else, it's the base that this character starts with. Yeah, ignore everything else that you see. They are potential spoilers, but we're going to be going on night difficulty. Now, I was going to do Baron difficulty, but I'm not going to lie, I've been struggling a little bit with Baron. They've changed the way, some of the numbers on abilities and completely changed some abilities from early access, and added, not new enemies, but I won't spoil it, but new things to do with enemies, basically. Only in Baron difficulty and above, so it is a lot harder, and I'm struggling to finish a run, so I need to get used to playing this game again, and then we can knock it up to Baron difficulty, because there is some stuff that I do want to show you guys in Baron difficulty. But for today, we're going to be picking Night difficulty. That gives us 10% meta currency, enemies have 30% more health, they deal 15% more damage, and we get 1 corruption per chamber. Now, a corruption is essentially like a negative modifier. I'll explain more about that when we actually get in the run. I will be buying rerolls here. You can unlock this for yourself as one of the meta progression options in one of the shops. But yeah, before we get started, one of the big new things coming from 1.0 is the addition of potions. So everyone should start with 3 base combat potions that you can equip at the start of the run, and after each boss you can change one of these potions. But the first one is a Berserker Brew that grants 40% movement speed and 40% attack speed for 10 seconds and has 3 uses. Pretty damn good, especially if you're applying on-hit effects. We got Sanguine Serum, which I will be equipping, causes all of your attacks to restore 1 health for 10 seconds. Especially good if you are going for a crazy attack speed build or just generally have a weapon that has really fast attacks. And then finally we have Thunderclap. Creates a shockwave around you that inflicts 300 damage, and that has 3 charges as well. So all of these can be used in one run. I don't tend to like the Thunderclap, if I'm honest. I don't feel like 300 damage is actually that much. And then you got all the Fey potions. Each one of these essentially guarantees that you're going to get one of your options being this, essentially what Fae are gods in. So if you've ever played Hades, you get offerings from gods that give you new abilities. Well, the Fae are the gods in this game, and these potions, when you use them, guarantee that in your next skill offering, that god's skills will appear. So pretty damn good. Right, with all that being said, do you know what? Once again, before we go into a run, I'll just explain what's on the screen. Bottom left, we got my character portrait. Under that, we've got revive tokens. They're the 3 hearts. To the right of that, we've got the health bar, which I have 100 max health at the moment. That is going to be changing throughout the run. Above there, we've got our mana. That is our spell, and that slowly recharges over time. You can get more of these blue bars, so you get more charges on your spell, but at the moment I have sacrificed, so you can swap out either an extra dash charge or an extra mana charge, and at the moment I have an extra dash charge. That's why we have 2 dash charges, which you can see underneath my character, the little diamond shaped symbols there, how many dash charges we've got, and whether they're lit up or not shows you whether they're available to use. Right, going back down to the bottom left, next to your health bar on the right, that's your potion slot. Depending on what you have, the symbol will change, and if you're using a controller like me, it will be up on the D-pad. And then in the bottom right, we've got all of our different currencies. All of these are different meta game currencies. You don't really need to know about them right now, other than the rerolls. We got 2 rerolls going into this run, so let's get started. As we enter Act 1, the Wirral Forest. So, what are we going to be wanting in terms of Fae?
When Arthur asked to join the Council of Fae, I said his rash temperament was ill-suited for leadership. He murdered us for that insult. Being right can be a curse. Let ghosts be with us.
Alright, so all of the Fae are now voiced. That's new to 1.0, and they all have voice lines. They chat to you before you pick their blessing. Now, the question is, do we want either of these? Yeah. We can do a freeze run. So we got Beera, the Frozen Witch, and Babbed, the Dark Omen. So Beera is all about applying chill, which is a debuff to your opponents, and that can stack, and eventually you can make it become a freeze, which, as it says, basically freezes enemies in place and stops them from doing anything, and that can be applied to bosses, so it can be super strong. Then we got Babbed. Babbed is all about backstabs. So backstab it does what it says on the tin. You basically deal a lot more damage if you hit an enemy from behind. And they have various abilities to synergize with that, like making it so you can backstab people if you hit them from the side rather than just the back. Can be incredibly powerful, but let's get Beera today. And we immediately get what we want. Chilling Touch. Your light attack is stronger and inflicts chill. Chill. Each stat causes foes to move and attack 4% slower. And it gives us a bonus flat damage of +5. So that's just 5 extra damage on all of our attacks. This is particularly good for any character or weapon that does low base damage but hits fast, because that flat damage, it can be like, say, one of the characters, I think, hits about 8 to 10 per attack, but hits really fast. So if you've got 5 flat damage on that, that's like getting a 50% damage increase. It is really strong. We have Chilling Flourish. Your spell is stronger and inflicts chill. This would be on our dagger. Now, that's okay if we want to apply chill from a distance, but at the moment, not really. An Icy Vortex gives us an ultimate that allows us to embody Beera and unleash a barrage of icy blasts around you that inflict chill for 500 total damage. This is a pretty decent ultimate, I would say. If you have a lot of chill synergy, it's definitely worth picking up, but we're gonna give our light attack chill here. There we go. Now, I'm gonna go for the Moonstones here. So, remember at the start of the run, I mentioned, I believe they're called curses. So what it is, it's like a room mutation. As you can see in this room, we're going to go against a major foe, which is essentially an elite, but the like curse, the negative of this room is enemies get 20% attack speed. And in this room, our light attack blessing is sealed. That means we can't use it, so we won't be applying chill with our light attack. Now, we don't really want that. Both of these are meta progression. Now, I've got everything unlocked, so I'm going for Moonstones just because I can buy rerolls with them. But if I was a new player, then I probably would go for the Fairy Ember and start getting some meta progression unlocks with the Fairy Ember. Maybe not if it's blocking our only blessing, because it would make the room a little bit difficult, but we are pretty early on in the run that it doesn't matter massively. Let's go for Moonstones. And our elite is a big hammer bro. We have 10 stacks of chill on the enemy, which is causing them to attack real slow. Tell you what, that toad is annoying me. I kind of want to take it out, but I know that this guy can summon more toads. All elite enemies are just like souped up versions of regular enemies. So we'll come across club guys. They're the normal version of that big hammer dude. I'll point them out when we see them. But yeah, every elite enemy summons or can summon normal enemies. So I would definitely recommend just gunning straight for the elite. Unless they're like doing ranged AoE attacks, the summons are, in which case it's making it really difficult for you to, well, to get to the elite and take them out. But yeah, what we got here, this here, a Fey Heart, is max health, and the curse is Meteor Shower. Now, Meteor Shower essentially creates big, what's the right word for it? A meteor comes down from the sky, hits an area on the map, and creates an expanding explosion that you got to dodge, otherwise you get damaged. We got Fey Banner, that's another blessing, with an elite, so upgraded rewards for beating an elite with a blessing means that I think it increases the chance at rarer options, and the choices are a level higher. I could be wrong there. We'll find out when we get in. But yeah, the curse in this room makes enemies immune to traps. Just do a quick run over the room. Let's get the Fey Banner. it's always good to just do a sweep of the room in case you've missed pots, like this pot here. That gives us some meta progression. And there's the club guy. Do you remember how I said there was normal variants of elites? Well, that was the normal variant of the elite we fought in the other room, the hammer guy. And this is the elite version of the little boars that rush at you. Oh my god, that was terrible. We are getting hit. Alright. That's one guy taken out. As another one is spawned. Luckily they don't do that much damage. Just this guy left now. And we got it. Let's see. What can we get? Ooh, I do like Oberyn. But we are doing beerer things. So Oberon, they're all about getting attack speed. They have a mechanic called Fury, and the more stacks you get a stack when you hit an enemy, and the more stacks you have, it increases your movement speed and your attack speed. And if you get certain upgrades, you can get one that gives you what's called a flow state, and that basically further increases attack speed and movement speed. It also increases your damage as well, so you can get some wild damage with this guy. The question is, do we want it? I don't think we do. Let's get more beerer. Ooh, okay. See how we get uncommon, rare, and epic rewards here? That's because we beat an elite. So it doesn't change the level that you get it at, it just increases your chance of getting higher rarity rewards. No commons offered. So what have we got? We got Chilling Strike that makes our heavy attack inflict chill and have +6 bonus flat damage on. It's decent. We got Frostburn. When an enemy has more than 5 stacks of chill, they take damage over time. 40 damage per second. That is actually pretty dirty. 40 damage is a lot to hit per second. And then we got Chilling Flourish. Your spell is stronger and inflicts chill. +14 bonus flat damage there. I think we got to take Frostburn. Get that DPS going. Ooh, and yeah. We got a Trial of Combat. That just means enemies are going to spawn and we got to take them out. The quicker we take enemies out, the more healing we get, with a maximum of 50 healing. Let's do it. What do we got? There's the regular versions of the boars. We took the elite out at the start of this stage. Well, I think this is the last guy. Oh, yeah, I forgot that enemies, basically, they can't take trap damage. On this stage, that is. Once again, I don't really want Fairy Embers. What do we got here? -1 dash charge. We can deal with that. Sure. Hey, there we go. That guy took damage. Ooh. Crap damage, that is. Ooh, and we get a Mab Blessing. Mab is the poison fae. What do you want? -15 health. For spiderlings can inflict venom. Spiderling is a small, short-lived spider that bites enemies, dealing 10 damage and lasts 25 seconds, and venom applies another dot. Yeah, I'm tempted by that. Sure, for 15 health, why not? Let's take it. We don't have any way of actually applying that at the moment, but, you know. Lucky coin. So, This is a shopkeeper that sells temporary items. Secret shop. They appear randomly in stages. We can either get the Giant's Needle that deals extra damage against undamaged enemies, 100% extra damage for 5 chambers, 20% extra damage in general for 5 chambers with the spiked gloves, extra mana charge for Witch's Brew for 5 chambers, or the Lucky Coin gives enemies killed dropped additional gold, 5 additional gold for 6 chambers. I think we can do that, yeah. We only need to kill 10 enemies to get that money back. Alright, sorry. Quick pause there, just had to let my dog out. Yeah, we'll go for Gogmagog. We don't have a companion, so Companion Seal does nothing for us at the moment. Gogmagog is a Fae whose mechanics revolve around something called Stagger. I'll explain Stagger more when we actually get into him. I can read you the tooltip. We got a nice dot going. Yeah, that guy's not going to last long. Beautiful. See you later. And that's all them taken out. So, here we go. We got Gogmagog applying Stagger. Your heavy attack is stronger and inflicts Stagger. Stagger is a debuff that is a bar that fills up every time you hit an enemy, and when it's filled, foes become stunned or unable to move or attack temporarily. The stagger amount is based on the attack's damage. I do quite like the idea of having stagger on our spell. So we can either have stagger on our heavy attack, on our spell, or we can do Mighty Dash, which makes our dash create an earthquake that deals 28 damage and staggers enemies. Let's take the rare option, I think. 40% damage bonus on our spell and make it inflict stagger. Alright, here we go. We get our first. Pretty much, I would say you have to take these every time you see them. And they are Sword in the Stones. They're essentially modifiers on your weapons and spells. They're incredible. And we'll have a gander. Tarring Enemy Deathcry just means when an enemy dies, they shoot out a ball of tar that is a giant slowing area. Doesn't seem like it's that big, actually. A little slowing area that you got to avoid. If you get hit as the tar ball lands, you will take damage, but if you go in the tar area after it's landed, you'll just be slowed. Okay, so we have 3 options here. Double Edge, your heavy attack deals 25% less damage that can be used twice in quick succession. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Vigilante's Mark, your spell now marks foes, causing them to take bonus damage. I do like that. That encourages us to use our spell a lot more. And Ricochet Blade, your spell deals bonus damage and ricochets between foes. Bonus hits +5. Does that mean it ricochets 5 times? Pretty damn good. I'm actually going to reroll because I want something on a light attack. Acceleration, you move 10% faster and your light attack is 30% faster. Okay. Curse Blade, all your sword attacks deal up to 90% increased damage based on how much curse you have. Or Blade Wave, your light attacks fire projectile waves. I mean, I want all of these, in all honesty. But we're going to go for acceleration at the moment, so we can apply those chill stacks a lot quicker. Let's go. And movement speed is always nice. And we're going against our first legendary beast. Now, legendary beasts in this game, they're essentially mid-bosses. So you'll fight them halfway through a floor, and every floor has a mid-boss. We get the questing beast, probably my favorite of them because it's, in my opinion, the easier option. There's always a choice of, well, not a choice, but there's 2 legendary beasts that you can get in these fights on each act, or in each zone rather. This guy just summons little worm dudes that you can take out pretty easily, and does a spinning attack which you just want to avoid. A little bit of fireball there. Very, very simple. Pretty telegraphed. Right, we only have 144 coins here. We're going to need 300, but minus 5% permanent max health cursed is rough. But we do want that gold. When we get to it, I'll explain why we need that gold. Right. And I think I'm going to take the money again. So the Horn of Strength here upgrades one of our abilities. It gives us a choice between 3 to upgrade by 1 level. Which is fine. It just adds stats, basically. But, as I say before, we need 300 gold. So, even though the lightning curse is a little bit annoying, and getting a ability upgrade is nice, if we want to do some stuff later, we're gonna have to get that 300 gold come hell or high water. Oh, that was a cheeky snipe there from that guy. Holy moly. 356 gold now, and we can do a trial of combat for some thread. This thread is just cosmetic, like it's meta progression to buy cosmetics. So if you're not bothered about cosmetics, then obviously don't bother with this trial of combat. Do we want another Gogmagog? I don't think we do. I think we want a choice with the Fey banner. And there's an event in here that gives us bonus rewards. Meteor shower. We'll see now, after I was talking about it earlier. You see those red zones? They're meteors. We gotta survive for 40 seconds, and we get embers for every enemy we kill. Go on, give us more little guys. Easy peasy. Although I want worms, since we can kill them super quick. In fact, I think we one-shot them. Ooh, nearly got hit by that meteor then. Right. Just about done here. Try and get a cheeky kill in before the time runs out. There we go. Ah, and we get Gog anyway.
Allow me to increase the odds.
So Lou is all about crits. He gives stuff crit chance and crit damage. You can do some pretty crazy stuff with him, but it doesn't really fit our build right now. Let's go for more Gog. Quaking Stun. When you stun a foe, create 6 quakes around them, and they deal 25 damage. A quake deals damage and stagger to enemies in an area. Pretty damn good. Mighty Dash. We get 1 quake when we dash that deals 25 damage, though both of the quakes here deal the same amount of damage. And then Mighty Strike, we can make our heavy attack stagger and give it 35% bonus damage. Yeah, sure. Let's get these abilities filled out, and here we go. We get our first interesting choice. So, if you ever see Lancelot, he will appear in a random stage in Act 1, 2, or 3. If you don't do his challenge in Act 1, then I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed to show up in Act 2, and the same for Act 2. He'll show up in Act 3. But this guy wants us to fight some tough enemies. Well fought, Soulforge, but you're ready for another? I've tracked some of Arthur's knights here. We need their corrupted souls to forge an element of the Ring of Dispel. Are you willing to face them? This essentially spawns 2 enemies from, like, the late game zones, so they're incredibly strong, and you gotta beat them. I think we do. Oh no. It's these bozos. It's AoE City round here. Look at this. Fresh hell. Oh, let's just calm down a bit. Oh, we got annihilated by all sorts of things. Okay. Oh. Getting chased by the meteor. A trap must have taken that guy down. Right. We got a soul element for the Ring of Dispel. We'll find out what that does later. But for now, just know you need to fill out that ring. And I'm going to go for moonstones, but for anyone that's not fully unlocked everything, I would recommend going crystal shards, because that's essentially your main skill tree. Meta progression requires crystal shards to unlock stuff, but we're going moonstones. Oh yeah, just lots of these little guys, please. I can one-tap them. Wow, okay. That dagger we threw there one-shot a guy. I was not expecting it to do that much damage. Do a quick run-through of the area, see if there's any pots we can break, and there wasn't. We could either go for an upgrade here, or health, plus 50% enemy damage. I still want the max health. Max health is so useful in this game, because you often get rooms that give you a max health curse. Oh, we knocked that guy away. Nice. Knocked him into a trap. Yeah, when in doubt, I say, go for max health. It's almost never the wrong choice. Alright, we have 300 gold. Well, we've got 413. One thing that always happens that'll let you know when the boss is coming up is after you've beaten the legendary beast, not the next shop, but there is always a guaranteed shop before a boss. So we pretty much know, since we've done a few rooms after the legendary beast, that this shop is going to be before the boss, and lo and behold, it is. Knight of the Round Table is boss of Act 1, and Lancelot wants 300 coins from us. Hail, Soulforged, an element of the Ring of Dispel requires a tithing of gold. Hard to put price on cleansing Camelot. Can you spare it? Absolutely. Then we got 100 money to spend how we want. We'll just get a little bit of healing. Go to the boss, the first Knight of the Round Table. This beefy boy, Gawain, the Butcher of Wirral. Ah yes, stagger, you can see it much clearer on bosses. It's that little yellow bar below the health. Ooh, why do I always get an itchy nose in boss fights? We're going like super heavy on crowd control. You'll see what staggering a boss is like. There we go. Gets a little symbol above their head and they're basically dazed. Now we just need to avoid all of the ground AoEs. Jumps up. And then, you know when he's going to do the whirlwind because he pulls back. And it almost charges it up. I do like taking out these guys because they sort of distract me from dodging the boss. But we nearly got him. And our damage... Did we just get hit in a cutscene there? We better not have. But there we go, that is Gawain done. Our damage over time absolutely sorting him out. As we go to the fountain. The in-between zones zone. And we have Lancelot wanting more from us. There you are, Soulforged. An element of the Ring of Dispel requires the blood of a warrior of pure in heart. I'd give my own, but I fear it's no longer fit for the magic. Are you willing? 45 health it costs there to get the blood element. Luckily, in multiplayer, it doesn't take health from everyone, and the same goes for the money. Only one player has to sack health and sack money in order to get the gems. Now, let's get a healing fountain. There will always be a healing fountain between zones. And do we want to sacrifice anything here? We can sacrifice some of our abilities for our spell inflicting stagger for 40 max health, light attack inflicting chill for 20 max health, or our heavy attack inflicting stagger for 30 max health. I don't really want to get rid of anything. Let's, oh, minus 5% max health curse there with the crystal shards. I don't know if I want that. Let's get some fairy embers. 20% enemy attack speed should be more than enough for us to handle. These guys just floor you. We're in the rat zone now, where everything is rats. Just like that, we did it. Do we want an upgraded Oberon? I don't know if we do. I think I might go for more stagger. Oh, plus 50% enemy damage on that as well. Let's just see if there's any breakable pots in here that I may have missed. There doesn't appear to be. Yeah, let's go for Gog Magog. We're going more stagger. Lightning's an easy curse to avoid as well. Oh, I just got money. We must have broken a money pot with that dagger. And stagger that boy before he does a big old AoE on us. Okay. Gog Magog's giving us Giant Slayer. Your attacks that inflict stagger deal extra damage to major foes and bosses, 15% extra damage. So that affects our heavy attack and our spell at the moment. We can get a Stony Companion. Your companion is a stone golem that creates quakes by stomping on foes for 25 damage, or Mighty Dash. Your dash creates a quake where you land for 28 damage. think we'll take Giant Slayer. That's just going to add us, get us a little bit more damage bonus on bosses. We've only got 100 coins, so I don't know if it's worth going to the shop. We've got Spell Blessing Seal for some max health. More than happy to take that. Ooh, we got 2 for 1 there. Love to see that. Boom, we got a Greed Shrine. What's it going to offer us? Don't want to go in the poison. We've got to avoid that. Golden Hand. Convert the next 4 rewards to money, or we can get 150 gold for 15% max health. Yeah. Let's get the money. That's a lot of money. 150. Ooh. We got some crystals from a barrel there. Right. That means we don't need to take this gold. We can go for the upgrade. -1 dash charge. Ooh. That curse is probably one of the worst ones you can get. Dashing is so important in this game. We got to find the elite. Ooh, it's an elite Mossy that's summoning rats on us. Okay, we've got our damage over time on him right now. Oh, and it's melting it. There we go, nice. That one wasn't too bad at all. So, here we go. We can upgrade one of our abilities twice. Chilling Touch just gives us +2 extra flat damage on our attacks. That does actually add up. It might not seem like much, but it's actually pretty good. Damage bonus on our heavy attack, 35% to 58%. Or Giant Slayer, damage bonus on attacks that inflict stagger, which is our heavy attack in our spell, going from 15 to 22%. I'm going to take the flat damage here on Chilling Touch. Oh, and we even get a challenge shrine for gold. Yeah, let's go. The quicker we can kill enemies, the more money we get. Ooh, getting trapped in that was a little bit nasty. Man, how many mosquitoes is there? More? Yeah. We got 83 gold. And we even have a shop. Can we remove some of our curse? We can restore health with Hearty Stew. Get an extra dash charge for 5 rooms with dash boots. Extra rarity on Fey Blessings for the next 6 rooms. That could be pretty damn good. Or 20% movement speed for 5 chambers with the haste scroll. Let's get higher rarity on our blessings, sure, for 50 gold. Ooh, and we'll go into a Fey banner as well. Contains an event with an opportunity to earn bonus rewards. What's it gonna be? Is it survive? Ooh, it's not. We need to find Lunar Blossoms, which are these seeds, and put them in there. For this one, I don't really like taking enemies out. We just go straight for the seeds. It does mean we are more likely to take damage, but if we're good about it, there we go. We didn't. Alright, give us more chill, finally. Your spell deals bonus damage, 30% bonus damage. Dash. Chilling Dash leaves behind a Frost Nova, and a Frost Nova damages and chills enemies in an area. Perhaps. Or an Icy Vortex. Your ultimate allows you to embody Beera and unleash a barrage of icy blasts around you that inflict chill. 640 total damage. I'm re-rolling here. Oh. your mana recovers 33% faster with Arcane Engine. Ice Storm attacks that inflict chill. Have a chance of spawning Frost Nova on hit, 25% chance for 30 damage. That's incredibly good, but we probably want Freezing Chill here. Attacks that inflict chill also build up Frostbite on enemies, and Frostbite says, at max Frostbite, foes become frozen and are unable to move or attack temporarily. We gotta take that, even though it's only common, which kind of sucks. But getting freeze on enemies with stagger is pretty damn good. We go into the Fey Realm, sacked 10 health for that, for some goodies. We just gotta destroy all of these. Right. If we put 5 chill... Ooh, that chill went off a lot sooner than I thought it would. Okay, we've destroyed every beacon. Let's do Morgana's Corruption. Vulnerable Might. Your heavy attack is stronger, but you take more damage from all sources. 45% extra damage and 30% extra damage taken. Lethargic Might. Your heavy attack is stronger, but you move slower. 50% damage bonus on a heavy attack. That is huge. Clumsy Haste, you move faster, but your light attack is weaker. 22.5% movement speed, but minus 25% damage on a light attack. Nah, we're trying to do stuff with our light attack, so I'm gonna re-roll. Okay, we get Impoverished Wisdom. Your spell is stronger, but you earn less gold from all sources. 70% damage bonus on our spell. That is insane. We're not really doing a spell build. But if we were, we'd totally be picking that up. It's worth the minus 40% gold. Then we got Vulnerable Skill. Your light attack is stronger, but you take more damage from all sources. 45% more damage on our light attack, but we take 30% more damage. And Vulnerable Haste. You move faster, but you take more damage from all sources. 22.5% movement speed, but 30% damage taken. We're going to go for Vulnerable Skill here. Let's get more damage on our light attack as we go to this floor's legendary beast. What we're gonna get? We got a choice between two. It's these two big boys. Okay. These guys can be a little bit frustrating. Gotta watch out for their AoEs, and their attack can come at you pretty fast when they're blasting. You got to watch out for the mozzies spawning as well. Do you know what? I'm actually going to try and take them out. Just so we don't have to deal with quite as many projectiles. We should be able to freeze one of them soon. That's one of them frozen. The other one's almost frozen. And there we go. We want to be keeping chill on them, so they're taking the 40 damage every second. Right, take the mozzies out as they spawn. That's one of them down. Just get out of the way of that dude's AoEs. And there we go. That is Legendary Beast number 2 down. Now, I don't really care about Silk, I'm going to be honest. So I won't be going for it. Silk is the meta progression currency that unlocks new skins for characters. We're going for Moonstones, which has the Curse Cyclones, which you'll see. Little tornadoes going around the map. I want to get rid of these guys first before we take out the projectile enemies at the top of the map. So that looks like absolute nonsense. And we won't be having any of that. Oh my god, how many... What a nightmare. Is there 2 of them together on that tile? There isn't there? Huh. Ooh, that was bad aiming. Alright. We just got to get in there. Alright. Crystal shards. For the same reason, I don't really want silk. And enemy trap immunity is something I feel like we can handle reasonably well. Ooh, money in a barrel there. Love it. It's only 20. But 20 gold's 20 gold. Get a bit of a stun going. Maybe we try and get 5 stacks of chill on an enemy, and then we just go heavy attack stun. And when they're stunned, try and build up our frost. Light attacks deal more damage for 5 chambers, 40% more damage. 20% damage reduction for 5 chambers. Nah. Enemies with health less than 10% instantly die for 5 chambers. Nah. Random Fey Blessing. Do you know what? I will take that. Ooh, and we get Mab. Broodmother. Your companion is a broodmother. A giant spider with an infecting bite. 20 damage. And spiderlings deal 14 damage. Infected is when an infected enemy dies, it spawns a spiderling. And spiderlings are small, short-lived spiders that bite enemies, then deal 10 damage. Yeah, sure. We did get Mab's like ability towards the start of the run. So can we actually... Yeah, we can see what it does here. Spiderlings can inflict venom. Venom is damage over time, 6 damage. So the spiderlings that we spawn from the brood spider are going to be just a little bit stronger. I'm going to go for gold here. We get heavy attack blessing seal. Okay. Some sneaky rats there. Almost got us. Not quite. Maybe next time. There's our money. What do we got here? Minus 100% trap resistance. Yeah, I'll take that. For 150 gold. That's only for one room. We've got to be more vigilant on traps. They're going to deal a lot of damage to us. Let's get more Fey Blessings. Now, I don't know if those guys... I don't think their attacks count as traps. I hope not anyway. Because it is like a slowing area. Oh, that guy nearly jumped at us from off screen there. We came close to taking damage, but he didn't get us in the end. Again. Alright. Go on. You jump, pal. We'll jump away from you. They launch themselves at you from off screen. Oh ho ho. We took a big hit there, but he should be dead from the poison, yeah. Come on, Bearer. Give us something good. Shatter. Hitting a frozen foe with an attack that inflicts stagger will shatter the ice for 400 damage. Yeah, that seems pretty insane. We can get Spellcaster to deal 20% more bonus spell damage. Or Chilling Dash to make our dashes leave behind a Frost Nova that deals 25 damage. We're getting Shatter, a duo ability. 400 damage is so much. And I think this is the shop before the boss. Let's just double check this room. Oh, I thought that might have been a gold crate. Or barrel on this floor it is, but it wasn't. Let's go to the shop. Okay, we've got 541 money. Let's go for Bearer. Extend the duration of freeze by 3 seconds. Or increase frostbite build-up. 40%. Ooh. Do we want longer freezing or more frequent freezing? Don't think Chilling Dash is what we want at all. I think we'll go for Bitter Frost here. Yeah. Now, do we want Oberon? How much does stuff cost? So 100 and... If I buy this and then this, that leaves me with 108 health. But get another heal. But I wouldn't be able to buy the Oberon Blessing. Let's just get the Oberon Blessing. And we can get the ultimate here. Tempestuous Barrage. Your ultimate allows you to embody Oberon and unleash a barrage of Fury punches. Fury attacks deal bonus damage for each stack of Fury we have. We're not going to have a lot of Fury, so maybe we don't care about that. 17% bonus damage per Fury stack. If you're doing a Fury build, this is absolutely nuts and deals tons of damage, but we're not. We will be in another video though. Tempest Dash summons a Whirlwind that follows your path for 21 damage. Whirlwind is a fast-moving projectile that damages enemies it passes through. Or, as the wind, increase your dash distance by 25%. Let's get Whirlwind on our dash. We are dashing a fair amount. And let's go to our second Knight of the Round Table. We're going to get lanced. A lot. Oh. Percy boy. Come on now. The biggest issue I find with this boss is sometimes the rats he spawns can be really hard to see. So there's other crap going on. We are freezing. No, not freezing. Stunning him. There's a freeze. He's going down like a sack of shit. Okay, so he's gonna end up there. Basically, when he does that move, you wanna look for where his jousting lance ends up, and that's the end of the trajectory. Also, something that I've just learned there is staggering something takes it out of freeze. I imagine it works vice versa as well. That wasn't in early access, I don't believe. They used to stack. To the fountain we go. For a bit of healing. And do we want to sacrifice anything? We get 200 gold for the dash. But I don't think I care about any of these. Like, I want to keep all of them, really. Let's go for the sword in the stone. Essentially, for me, the sword in the stone is always a must pick. I pretty much never avoid it because there's just so much power in it. They're really transformative for runs. And did we not get one in the last zone? Have we had 2 or 1 sword in the stone? Vigilante's Mark. Your spell now marks foes, causing them to take bonus damage for 3 seconds, 20%. So we will want to be up close and personal with enemies if we do take this. Hurricane. Your heavy attack shoots a vortex that deals damage over time to enemies inside it. Don't know how much we want that because we're not really doing ranged stuff. Veteran's Blade. Your spell gains permanent bonus to damage with each kill, limited to 15 kills per chamber. And 125 maximum bonus damage. If we found this, like, at the start of the run, I would totally pick this up, but I think it's a little bit late to start scaling. Let's re-roll here. Double Edge makes our heavy attacks weaker, but we can get stagger off a lot easier with them. That might be worth picking up. Or we can do Blade Wave to make our light attacks fire projectile waves. That will be super useful in bosses. Yeah, I think because we've found out now that they've changed the way freeze and stagger interact with each other, it makes Double Edge a little bit weaker because we'll be applying stagger more, which will be taking things out of our freeze. Let's take Blade Wave here. Gives us a little bit of a ranged attack and ways to apply chill at range. Some more coinage there. And I am going to go for the crystal shards here because I've got nothing else to buy with Fairy Embers. Ooh. Do the little blasts that we do deal weapon damage? Are they weaker than our actual hits? I can't tell. But that guy got absolutely stun-locked. Right. We're going for the Moonstones, even with minus 50% mana regen. We're not a spell build, so while it does affect our DPS, it's not a huge loss. I'm going to open up with a blast. Those big guys aren't too bad. All you gotta do is just avoid their waves. They're rather slow, so it doesn't make it overly difficult to dodge them unless you got loads of crap going on the screen, which can happen and frequently does happen. I think we want to do the Trial of Combat for more money. I'm feeling relatively strong here. Let's apply some chill from a distance, of course. And take them guys out. Where's the last guy? There you are. You're robbing us of money, my friend. 77 coins. Amazing. We can now afford an ability in the shop. And I think I want a choice of ability rather than mab. This gives us another -5% maximum health curse. Grim. But it is what it is. We have an event in here. It can really eat away at your health. We just gotta survive. Oh, these damn birds. They come at you from dodgy angles. That's what always gets me. They like fly from you at you from sideways. Oh, not today. Ooh, you were so close in getting us. Next time, buddy, next time. I'll put in a good word for you. Oh, okay, we got rinsed there. What do we got? We don't like either of these guys. Ooh, Oberyn or Babbed. Let's check out if Babbed's got some good stuff. 31% dash recharge speed increase. That is pretty damn tasty. Or we could get the Babbed ultimate, which allows you to embody Babbed and summon an army of shades to attack nearby foes for 525 damage or an extra dash charge. I think we'll go with dash recharge speed. We're going to be dashing all over the shop, and I'm going to pick up max health here. Let's just do a quick rundown of the stage, make sure there's no barrels we can destroy. Nope. Max health it is. These guys just blast in front of him. As long as you stay behind them, they can't damage you. They are tanky as hell, though. Oh, and if you get caught in the slaps, holy moly, do they do damage to you. Yeah, you can easily just get drained of your health. Crystal shards, is that the only option? Is it the legendary beast? It is the legendary beast, that's why. Alright, let's go. Act 3 legendary beast. What do we got? We got the eye guy, my favourite. The Abyssal Watcher. Watch out for his spins. And don't do what I did and run out of cover. Got him frozen. Ooh. That freeze did not last long though. You want to stand behind the barrels, I like to do when that happens. Stun him so he didn't spawn enemies there. Oh no, he still manages to spawn enemies. Wonderful. But we got a freeze going. Get that damage in. Ooh, that was close. The little guys almost got us, but not quite. There we go. I don't think we want to shop now. We want to hit the shop just before the last boss. I say last boss, I mean the boss of the stage. Let's go for a Horn of Strength. We get -1 mana charge, which means we don't have our spell for this room. But it's going to be alright. We need these guys to be facing the same way so we can sort of hit around them. Another 2 of them. Go on, do your slaps. Oh, they're out of sync. But we managed to take them out at the same time. Okay, so we can upgrade our Bitter Frost to increase the amount of frostbite we apply, which is what's freezing enemies, from 40 to 52%. We can increase the dot from our chill from 40 to 54 damage per second. And Giant Slayer for the damage bonus stagger attacks inflict on bosses and major foes. I think we want to get more DPS. More frost build-up is nice though. But yeah, I think we want damage. We're going for as much damage as we can. More money or upgrade? Let's go for a bit of money. Then maybe we can buy 2 blessings in the shop, or a blessing and a heal. Probably the best choice. Ooh, this tidal wave feels a little bit slow. Right. I got absolutely murdered. You'll love to see that. Get a little shop. Forge lava upgrade, the level of 2 random blessings. Ritual kit heals you. For 5 chambers, we heal 0.25 health per hit. Forge hammer upgrades the rarity of a random blessing, and spiked gloves make our attacks deal more damage. Let's upgrade the rarity of a random blessing and the level of 2 random blessings. Giant Slayer become uncommon. That is the thing that makes our stagger deal more damage against major foes and bosses. And Mighty Strike, which is our heavy attack, and Mighty Flourish, which is our spell, got leveled up. Nice. Okay, we definitely want more stagger rather than backstab, so let's go. Magog. Enemies have plus 50% health in this room. See if we can't get some more stagger synergies. Maybe a duo blessing. Wouldn't that be nice? Get them frozen. Oh, buddy, you managed to get us. Unfortunately, that was your downfall. I wouldn't have noticed you if you hadn't have damaged us there. Unmatched power increases the stagger we inflict by 35%. Okay. Flawless, your attacks that inflict stagger deal extra damage if you have not been damaged in the last 3 seconds. Or we can get the Gogmagog ultimate, which is a lot of damage and more stagger. I think it's time for an ult. Then we've got all of our abilities. Yeah, let's go for it. It's 935 damage. It's a nice amount for an ult. Put that into perspective. The Babbed ultimate, the backstab one, did 535. Oh, light attack blessing seal's rough. Sure, we'll go for spell blessing seal here. I think it's a bit too rough to get rid of our main blessing. Now these guys shoot oil at you, which makes you, it literally makes the screen like go black around the edges, so it looks like you've been blasted with oil. It's rough. Having less vision is not fun. There we go, nice and easy. We still got 100 health. Here's the last shop. Now we got enough money to get a blessing and a heal. which I think I'm going to take. Let's get Gog. Ooh. Oh, we get some bloody amazing options here. But unmatched power increases all the stagger you inflict. 45% bonus stagger. That is a lot. Press the attack. Your attacks that inflict stagger deal increased damage if you have not used your dash in 3 seconds. Also pretty good. And then damage shield that regenerates over time. Holy moly, I really want unmatched power, but Steel Resolve is one of the best abilities in the game, especially if you're trying to push for like harder bosses and like harder difficulties. Getting a damage shield that completely negates one instance of damage. There is an ability Gogmagog has that just gives you one damage shield each room, but Steel Resolve here gives you a regenerating damage shield. It is so much more powerful with picking it up. Getting a damage shield is insane. And with that in mind, I think I'm going to take the 20 max health rather than a heal. Let's go. Let's get this damage shield. That's what it looks like. A little orb around us. It's incredible. As damage is pretty much unavoidable. Well, I mean, it's literally not unavoidable, but you will be taking damage at some point during runs, unless you're a god. Which, some of you may be, but I am not. This is the Gogmagog ult, by the way. Just a giant fist from the sky. And we've nearly taken her down already. We're doing some wild and wicked damage. Let's get punching. Get that damage shield back up. And she is down. So much crap to avoid in that boss fight, but I find if you just stick right next to the boss, it makes things a lot easier. Let's get that full heal. Now we can exchange some stuff here, but I don't think we want to. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Do you know what I've just bloody realised? It's Shatter that's happening. The devs haven't changed how it works. We got a new ability. We got Duo Shatter. So that's why they weren't being frozen anymore. Got 400 damage from that. Yeah, we're not changing anything. How could I not have noticed? Oh well. Sometimes your brain just gets fried mid-run.
You have the stench of a traitor on you. Lancelot is helping you, is he not? Well, if he betrayed me, he will certainly betray you too. I'd be careful if I were you, abomination.
Why is Arthur American? He should be Welsh. What do we want? I don't really want Grail Water, but if I was you guys, I would pick Grail Water. This is the unlock and upgrades for your weapons. It's weapon meta progression, basically. But no, we're going to go for the Fey Banner. Enemy trap immunity. Okay. It is what it is. And what do we have? Do you remember these guys from the very start of the run? They're horrible. I keep that chill on them if we can get a stagger going. Ooh, 22 health. That's rough. Punch you out of existence. Thank you very much. Gog or frozen? Let's go for freeze. Chill takes longer to decay. 40% longer. Could be good, but don't really feel like we need that. Frozen blood, create frost nova when you freeze an enemy for 30 damage. Or we can have our attacks that inflict chill have a chance of spawning a frost nova on hit. 22.5% chance for a nova that deals 30 damage. Yeah, I think that feels worth it to me. And 50% enemy damage. I do not want to take that. Let's go for moonstones. These guys do enough damage. I know we have a damage shield. Look how quickly that disappeared. Oh. Just want to freeze this sword dude if we can. And get him blasted. Can we get our damage shield back, please? Oh, it immediately got destroyed. That is fine by me. Beautiful. Right, what do we got? Light attack blessing seal here. I absolutely do not want to take that. Minus 50% mana regen. I can handle that curse. We immediately ult. And get him frozen. And exploded. There we go. Nice. Doing stagger on him when it's frozen. Just completely popped him. And it should do with that guy. Ooh, almost. Not quite one shot. Or not one shot, but you know, took the rest of his health down. Let's do a Fey banner with no resurrections. Get gogged. Oh, they all moved away. Unbelievable. One archer down. That guy just came out of nowhere, didn't he? I think I find the sword dudes the hardest to deal with. Let's go. More bearer. Yeah, sure. More freeze, please. Your frost novas inflict a large amount of frostbite. 30. Extend freeze duration by 3 seconds with glacial force. On Nova Surge, your frost novas burst 3 times. Yeah, that just triples the damage of them. Let's go. That is ginormous. And I want money here before we go. This is the last option we're going to have. Exploding mushroom. Yeah. We're going to get a shop before the next boss. As always, you get a shop before a boss. And I want that extra money for the shop.
Or will you crumble?
Just means we can get extra healing if we need it. Oh. Oh. Run away from you. That's one archer down. Excuse me? You fucking no-clipping me through the wall there. This guy's using some mean old hacks. Right. There we go. And we're into the final shop. Get a bit of healing from the fountain. Yeah, I think I want to get a blessing. Frost novas detonate instantly. Did they not already? Killing an enemy affected by chill causes a frost nova to seek out a nearby enemy. or Glacial Force, extend the duration of freeze. We're popping our freezes, so I don't really care about Glacial Force. Let's do instant Frost Novas with Cold Snap. Now, do we want more max health or do we want healing? That's a very good question. I do not know. I'm going to go for max health. 20 max health. And then we get Arthur. Let's go, dude. Throwing swords at us. You just want to run around for that. We're about to freeze him. Let's freeze him and then stagger him for a ton. Avoid those swords. Let's ult. Try and stagger him. We managed to stagger him out of that. Wonderful. Get the freeze. And immediately pop it for huge damage. And some stagger. Let's ult again. We should be able to stagger him. Yep, take him out of that phase. It's a beautiful sight. He got our damage shield there. But it's fine. You charge away, my friend. Into phase 2. Demon form. Let's just pop him with our ult again. And wail on him. You'd have thought that ice would be dealing more damage to him because he's full of fire. But apparently not. Want to save our ult for when he does a particularly nastier move in which we may get hit. Ooh, damage shield coming for us there. There we go. Let's stun him out of that. And keep on the pain. Beautiful. We may as well just wail on him. Ooh. Get out of that fire. We're so nearly dead. Come on. Another couple of hits. There we go. Bye-bye, Arthur. To the Grail we go. We are in the final zone. Let's get that healing going. Enemies are going to be absolutely solid here. I'm going to go for money. Spell Blessing Seal is fine, but I want money for before we get to the last boss so we can get heals in. I like to go to the last boss with full health, preferably. We just lose some max health. Do these enemies take away your max health? I swear we just lost 2 max health for something. Was it one of the traps? Oh my god, it might have been one of the traps. Oh, that's nasty if they give you max health curse. I did not realise that. Unless it's new to 1.0, it very well could be. Okay, what do we have? We got two options. Ritual circle for crystal shards or an elite for another ritual circle. I don't really care about fairy embers, so I'm going to avoid the elite if I can. They are very difficult on this stage. Everything is. Everything is brutal. Teleporting enemies every which way. Just run away from that nonsense. Right, we've got our ult, so when they come back, we just punch them. Get gogged. And we want our final sword in the stone for sure. Even though we are going for a frost build, and that was a frost blessing that was offered to us there. Nah. Sword in the stone are just kind of like the be-all and end-all, really. Oh, I lost 2 more max health. It's definitely a trap that's doing that. It's gotta be. No, it's standing inside the pools. Okay, what's making those pools? Ah, it is a trap. It's a trap that's making the purple pools on the ground that's making us lose max health. Okay. That is something new, I think. It might not be, but it's something that I do not remember from early access. So we got a lot of shit to avoid. Okay. When these guys deal a lot of damage. And they fire magic missiles at us. We got him. Cursed Blade. All of your attacks deal up to 90% increased damage based on how much curse you have. Maybe. Magnesis. Your heavy attacks deals 30% increased damage and pulls minor foes towards you. Or Double Edge again. I am tempted by the Double Edge. Cursed Blade, though. How much curse are we going to end up having? If it's only like 8% more damage right now, I don't know if it's worth picking up. I think I'm going to go for Double Edge. Right, you do have to spam R2 to do it, and look at that cool animation, doesn't it look nice? That's with Gogmagog going. Well, they've blocked off there, so... Companion seal that rewards Silk, sure thing. Say bye-bye to the spider. We should be able to get some more staggers. That was a rough one. Okay. Last bit. Get out of there. Thankfully we have range. Like, it's a good job that we picked the range light attack for one of our blessings. Not blessings, sorry. Swords in the stone. I'd rather have a choice than Babbed Minus 5% max health curse. It's rough, but it is what it is. So as I was saying, well, what I was saying at the start of this video was, oh my god, stop going into the curse, Mamiya, Christ. I've been struggling to finish a run on the harder difficulty. I always get to this zone or the last boss, and yeah, I just get my ass handed to me. Enemies in this area just deal so much damage. We go in GOG. We're all in on GOG. Unmatched power for 30% more stagger. Landslide, your attacks that inflict stagger deal extra knockback to minor foes. That's not going to be relevant. King of Spiders, evolve your broodmother to be larger, hit harder, and inflict stagger. 110 bite damage. I think I'd rather just inflict more stagger. I feel like that's probably our best option. And I'm going for the max health. We don't need ability upgrades right now. We are in survival mode. As these guys fire friggin' homing laser beams at us. But that freeze was kind of beautiful. Alright, better ult. Take those guys out. We got a stagger going. And there we go. Last enemy down. And here's our final shot. You know what I'm gonna do? Just pump it all into healing. We can get 2 heals, I think. Yeah. It's only 25 healing, so it's 50 healing total. But, you know, it's better than no. Let's go. Onwards and upwards. We got a weird bit of text there. I don't know if that was supposed to show. Oh, it's still on the screen. Can you see it? What's it say? You're something, Soulforged? I think it may be bugged out. Because that's not normally there. Or it wasn't in early access anyway. I think our game plan here is to freeze her. And then when we've frozen her, we get that stagger going. Oh, did she just cleanse herself? Unbelievable. What a bitch. She does. She cleansed herself. Ooh, and that's our first death. Ruff, ruff. Oh, that was a nice big bit of damage. Nice, and we got stagger going. Okay. Unfortunately, we missed her with our ult there, but that can't be helped. Stay away from the claws. Is it just that one left now? Yeah. Okay. Down to half health. Oh, okay. Okay, it's time for ult. It's gotta be. So close to freezing her. Don't do your thing, please. Oh, you absolute arse. Oh, cleansing at just the right time when we were so close. We are bonking away. And she's back. Oh no, we're gonna miss again. To be fair, she is pretty hard to hit with Gog Magog's ult. Okay. Oh, I bloody dodged into that then. Okay. Almost frozen her. I swear to God. If she cleansed again. Oh, nasty, nasty, nasty. Alright, I'm just gogging here. Get you over and done with. Sooner rather than later, please. Are you gonna teleport on us? Yeah, do your thing. Woohoo! And we hit phase 2. Oh shit. Oh. Basically, I'm using Gog Magog at the moment for invincibility. Because you become invincible when you use the ult. Oh, she's doing that chuffing fast. Do you want to cleanse yet? You gonna cleanse? Come on. I know you wanna. There we go. There's the cleanser. She's going sicko mode. No. Oh. God damn. She is brutal. Let's see. How much damage did we do? 357k damage. 291 kills. Tell you what I'm going to do, folks. So, I'm going to say a one run is beating Arthur. Because I don't know what they've done, but they have made everything a lot harder than it was before they released. In early access, stuff was a lot easier. But yeah, that was a freeze / stagger. Basically like a dot weird build that I would super recommend you guys trying out at home. It certainly helped me push when I was going through difficulties in trying to get unlocks and stuff. Yeah. That is going to be it for today's episode, guys, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.